I have so many ribbons. What am I going to do? Stick around and find out. Welcome, besties. If you want to craft your best life, save money, and be inspired, you are in the right place. It's time to craft. In my house, we love plaid, partially because we both have Scottish in our background. Anyway, I'm going to take these ribbons that I've gotten at different stores. Most of them were $1, and occasionally I'll throw one in that was a little more that I got on sale. And I'm using this little wooden round from Dollar Tree, a skewer, and some beads that I got on Amazon. Also some beads that I got at Dollar Tree, those little square ones, really cute. I'm going to use the moss color chalk paint and paint the little round. And then I'm going to draw the shape of the circle on this mat. It was like a place mat. It's kind of rubbery. I'm going to put that on the bottom so that way it'll have a nice grip. I'm going to glue the skewer right in. I'm going to start stacking the square beads. I will kind of secure them with a dab of hot glue. Then I'm going to take this gorgeous plaid ribbon and I'm going to trim the edge and poke it through the skewer, and then I'm going to kind of hold it down and look and see for making a Christmas tree out of ribbon, what would be the widest part on the bottom. And then I'll poke that through the skewer and I just secure that very bottom little piece to the one above it. Then I'm going to start using the wooden beads in between, like every other kind of swirl, if you will, of the ribbon. So there goes a bead, and then I'm going to put the ribbon back on, and you're going to see I'm just going to go back and forth and gradually bring it up to like a triangle at the top, like a Christmas tree would. This is so cute and so easy. I saw something on Pinterest that was similar to this, not exactly, so I thought I would make it my own and just do something a little different with it, but I'm really loving it. And by putting it on that wood round kind of off to the back like that, that was where the hanger twine was. Now I have a place to set something. You could put a candle there. When you see it at the end, I put a little snowman there. You could do whatever you want. It's so cute. Or you can make little presents and put them there. That would be adorable. Now I just fold it over the top kind of so you don't see the seam and put that over the skewer, and I'm going to hot glue the two sides. And then I am going to end up with one last bead on the top, which I will also hot glue because I want to make sure it doesn't go anywhere and kind of seals everything in. I'm going to make two bows out of two different ribbons, just little shoestring bows, and I'm going to dovetail the ends. And then I'm going to glue those right to the front of that bead at the top, and I will snip the pointy edge off with my little clippers. That's how easy this one is, and it came out so cute. I really like it. You could do with any ribbon you like. You could even rip fabric and do this, make it kind of like shabby chic, you know. I think it would be super cute in all different patterns and all different styles. Let me know what you think. I'm going to use some of my buffalo check ribbon that I have. I have 3 different widths and 3 different qualities. Now the 2 bigger ones are wired and more expensive, but I'm going to use the Dollar Tree one for this. I'm also going to use a little bit of a bell kind of a twine and one little teeny silver ornament, which I'm going to paint with the metallic, brush metal silver, so it's a little shinier. I'm going to take the buffalo check ribbon and I'm going to figure out about how long I want it to hang below the little ornament. The ornament's going to be a head, so I'm going to cut 4 pieces for the body. It's actually going to be a little Christmas angel. And then I'm going to cut 2 pieces for the wings, and they'll be a little shorter. I'm going to hot glue the 2 ends together to make like a loop. I'm going to do that with all of my pieces that I've cut. Besties, if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button. It tells YouTube to show my video to more people, and I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. So the first thing I'll do is turn the ornament upside down, and I'll glue the first 2 to the front, or actually that's the back, I believe. And then I will put the wings on, 1 on each side, and then I will put the other little loops for the body over that seam, so that way it covers it up. And now you can see the little shape of the angel. I'm going to take this little garland with the bells on it. I'm going to wrap it around and make a little halo. And then I'll leave enough on the bottom to hang down so I can attach it. So I'm going to snip it, and then I will just make sure it's going to fit on top of my little angel. And once I see that it will, I'm going to paint that garland. It's like wrapped in kind of a brown paper. I'm going to paint it with that brushed metal silver so that it matches the whole thing. Once I have that painted and it's dried, I'm going to hot glue it to the back of the little angel, and then I'm going to also attach it to where the fabric is. I'm going to cut another little piece of the ribbon and put it right over where I glued it so you won't see that. And then I've got this kind of like, I don't know, silver leaf sticks. I don't know what they are. Anyway, I'm going to cut a couple pieces off that, little teeny pieces, and hot glue them right under the angel's head. And just kind of makes for a little decoration there. Also covers the seam from where I put the ribbon. And I'm going to take one little red berry off of a pick and glue it right between those two little silver things. I guess they're little stems, I don't know. And then I've got this black and white baker's twine. I'm just going to string it through, and I'm going to make a knot and cut off the end, and that will be the hanger. And I'll just put a dab of hot glue there to make sure it stays. This was so easy. Imagine the possibilities with all different ribbons you could make with this. So cute. I just love this plaid ribbon, can you tell? Anyway, I've got this picture with apples in it for $5 from a thrift store. Now, I intended on using this whole frame, but as I was taking it apart, I realized I don't think what I was going to make would look good in a shadow box frame, so I'm just going to use that piece of wood that I'm pulling the apples off of right now. And I'm using the heat tool to loosen them up. They're actually styrofoam. At first I thought they were candles. Anyway, I'm going to sand it down and kind of make that little piece of wood look better. And then I'm going to paint it with my Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint, give it a nice coat. And then I'm going to measure all the sides and find the center of the board. And there it is, right there. And then I took some skewer sticks and I made this little hexagon so that I could trace it out for this design. I'm going to trace it twice, and one will overlap with the other one at an angle. And then I've got this gold kind of chalk pen from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to go over all of the lines, and it's going to look so pretty, kind of like a little bit of an abstract design, if you will. I'm going to put a clear glaze coat over the top of that. Then I'm going to take this piece of craft paper. I'm going to fold it in half, and that way I can draw some antlers on it, like deer's antlers, and have the seam right there so that when I cut them out, I end up with two. And that's what I want to do. Instead of trying to make them even somehow, which I probably could never do, this is the best trick for trying to make two things the exact same size. And look at that, it's like magic. Anyway, I'm going to take that ribbon and I'm just going to glue it with the Beacon Fabric Tack glue. I'm going to put two pieces on each side there to cover them up. And once they're glued on, I will just turn it over and you'll see the craft paper on the back, and I can cut the shape of the antlers out. And then I'll have two beautiful antlers to place on my piece of art. And look at this. Isn't this gonna look so pretty? I did see something like this on Pinterest and I thought, I'm gonna try it. I mean, I'm just eyeballing it, obviously. So I didn't do any printables or anything. I decided to literally create it right on that little piece of wood. So I'm just gluing all of that to the canvas. That's not a canvas, it's a piece of wood, but now that it's artwork, I'm calling it a canvas. I have these dowels. So I got at Hobby Lobby, they're square, and I cut them to the sides of this wood board. And then I'm going to take my miter shears from Amazon and I'm going to set it to a 45-degree angle. And I'm just going to cut off the ends, and that way I will have kind of beveled ends and they will fit together in each of the corners. So I'll do that to all of the ends of the 4 dowels, and it is so pretty, you guys. I love it. And of course it's plaid. I just thought it was a really festive piece and that would be really fun to do. Now this ribbon is the one ribbon that was a little more. It cost $3 and I got it at Dollar General, but I gotta tell you, it's more than twice as wide, probably 3 times as wide as the other ribbons. So nice. And of course it has, guess what? A red truck on it. So I'm also going to use some bells, and I'm using this faux leather that I was sent by burlapfabric.com. And what I'm going to do is take the piece that I cut to match, just a little bigger than the size of the ribbon, and I'm going to use my Beacon Fabric Tack Glue, and I'm just going to create a seam. I didn't want to get out my sewing machine, and I would have had to use a thicker needle for this, because it's thicker than regular like fabric. So I just decided I would do the glue, use the little clamps, and then use a little iron with a cloth over it just to hold it down. And it worked fine. So now I'm going to take a little dowel, round one, and I'm just going to wrap this golden white baker's twine around it on one end, and then pull up the length I want for the hanger, and then bring it down to the other end and glue that around, just kind of twirling it around. And I only glue it when I first put it on, and then when I stop at the end. Super easy to do, and it makes a nice little hanger. And I didn't want the wood to be in there because it would be more slippery moving around. So by putting the twine around it, it'll hold it a little bit better in place when you see what I'm going to do to attach it. So I'm trimming off the ends there, and then I'm going to make another seam right at the top. Once that seam is dry, I'm going to take that hanger that I made, and I'm going to set it right there on the top. First, I'm going to make sure that the two edges there are glued down on the ribbon so that when I fold it over, I don't have to get inside there again. So there you go. See how I'm laying it right there? I'm going to fold that over, and I'm going to use a combination of hot glue and then add a little bit of E6000 to each end to make sure it will stay, because it'll be hanging on that side. So I just want to make sure it doesn't come apart. But that way it's in there nice and secure. I hope that made sense. Now I'm just going to do a quick seam on the other end, but since there's no weight on that one, I'm just going to use some hot glue for that one little part. Then I'm going to hot glue the rest of the ribbon all the way on both sides to the faux leather. And look at that, isn't it adorable? So the way I'm going to add the bells is I'm going to take this little embroidery type needle, and I'm going to put the baker's twine right through it. Then I'm going to take the other end, I'm going to put it through the little loop backside of the bell, and then I'll take that end and I'm going to put it back on the needle and put it through the hole that I just used that little pokey tool to create. So basically going to put it through twice, each end of the twine, pull it all the way through, tie it off in a triple knot, and then trim it. And I'm going to do that to all 5 of the bells. And this is the prettiest little door hanging sleigh bell thing I've ever seen. I really love it. You have to tell me what you think. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do this. I'm sure somebody has. I just haven't seen it, but I'm so excited about it. You'll have to let me know what you think, and would you try it? This is going to be so fun. It's going to basically be like a Christmas ribbon boho-ish kind of a wreath. I'm going to use the round hoops from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to use the smaller one. And these are all different ribbons, except one is from, all of them are from the Dollar Tree. The one I'm using right now, I had on hand. So I just cut them out to what I thought would be the right length based on my hoop. That's totally up to you. And I'm doing like a lark's knot to attach them. So watch, I'm going to put the ends together. I'm going to put the loop right under and then pull the rest through and then pull it forward. And I did that with all the ribbons. It kind of made it symmetrical. Whatever I had on one side, I put on the other. And now I'm going to cut them at an angle, so a weight from the center one going up to the left and up to the right. And that way the center ribbon will have like a little point on it. And I did just, reds and greens and some gold. And then I've got this pick. I think it was from Hobby Lobby last year on clearance or sale, whatever. Just going to cut off some little pieces. So I've got these 2 little kind of, I guess they're pine type pieces. And I'm going to hot glue them. And then I'm also going to wrap a little piece of baker's twine around them, because I feel like when you attach it to the metal, it doesn't always stay. Then I've got these beautiful frosted leaves. So I'm going to put one on each side. And then I've got this gorgeous flower that has like a little bit of snow on it, but it just wouldn't lay right. So I had to string it with the baker's twine glue it and then tie it around. And that really made all the difference in getting it to stay. That's the hard part about using metal rings, that just the glue doesn't always stick. You need something for it to hold on to. So I'm just going to tie a really good knot, and then I will make a little hanger out of it as well, and that way it'll be able to hang up. And then I've got these little berry picks. I'm going to put 2 of them in the center of the flower just to give it some more color, and I just thought that was so beautiful. And that is all there is to this one. It's so easy. You could use any ribbons you want. You could do it for Christmas, any time of the year. I just think that the possibilities are endless with this one. So I hope you'll try it. It's super easy, and I hope you liked it. If you enjoyed this video, I'm going to have another one on the screen that I think you will really like, so go ahead and watch that one next. And I want you to know that you are truly a blessing to me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.